three. So what is the critical three about? So before getting into the critical three, let's get one basic, right, which each of you as entrepreneurs will definitely agree with me. And those who are starters who are watching this video will also understand what it takes to become an entrepreneur. One most important thing is business is a dynamic affair. It's not a static one. So say for instance you've already set your business and it's perfect. Don't think situation will just remain the same, because we have in our series of a life that we've lived, we have seen a lot of businesses changing and evolving over time, where once upon a time we went into a browsing center, or probably I'll go this way. Once upon a time, we used to write letters and post letters and receive our report cards on by a postman. But then next, there was an evolution where internet came. So we started going and sending letters through emails. That became legalized. And we used to go to a internet center to browse our emails. Opening a account was a big thing, and there were internet labs specially available at every college, and education was again there were internet was given so much of importance, and we used to go pay to get the internet at a different venue. So as a business, internet centers were performing really well, and there were internet hubs which were being opened, and it was quite a fancy to go to the net and go for 1 hour of browsing and get back. So over there was a huge business which revolved around the internet centers. And then today we have internet at the comfort of our hand. Everybody has internet today. So where does the internet center owners go? So they've got to evolve. Probably they would either be out of business or they will come into a new way of doing business. What could be the new ways of doing business? They might probably, get into setting up a data storage center, or get into domain registration. So anything around the same field. So that's about evolution. So business always changes, and there is nothing to be static about business. So if you are going to be a startup, and if you're planning to start up, remember it's not like your full-time job where you go to your office, you do your regular 9 to 6 activities, and whether you've completed your task or not, you kind of have somebody to put the blame on. And then you stand there for your salary, and if your owner doesn't pay you the salary, you simply have every right to blame them for their losses, right? But it's not going to be that way anymore. If you're going to start business, there will be a lot of accountability, and you are going to constantly keep updating yourself, upgrading your business. So if you choose to become an entrepreneur, or if you are an entrepreneur already, you will agree to this important critical three, which I'm going to mention. Any business, whenever you start, or if you've started and you are already hitting a competition, and you're seeing a lull in the curve, and you're seeing the graph of your growth becoming flattened, automatically you will have to get back to your drawing board constantly. So when you go back to your drawing board, what are the critical things that you need to always look at are about these three things. So again, before going to the three critical elements of your business, once again, end of the day, why do we start a business? We start it not just for passion. Yes, passion is important, but we also need profitability. Otherwise, we will not be able to sustain in the business that we are in, right? All right. So end of the day, your product matters, your customer matters, and the price at which you price your product matters. These three things will always be very critical to your success in your business. So having said this, when you really have to tweak your business, or when you have to keep adding value and increasing the profitability by adding value, the three most critical things which you will always have a watch on, or always you will be working on these three, is one, product innovation. The first thing is product innovation, because whatever you're offering, you might have to keep adding and giving a lot of value addition on a regular basis. So that's where your product innovation comes into place, right? So the product needs some more better elements so that you stand out and on top of your competition. So you will go back to your product and you will keep innovating your product for the betterment of it, so that you are always chosen over your competition. Second thing is customer management. If you already have customers, the best thing is to retain them. Serve your customers and they'll ensure that you are not out of your business, because end of the day, if a customer does not choose to pay for your product, you're out of the game sooner or later, right? So it's very, very important. The second critical part is your customer management. How you serve them, how you manage them, how you make them happy, and how you figure out methods in which you generate more referrals from your happy customer. So managing your customers is the second most important. I wouldn't say first, second, or three most. All three go hand in hand, okay? So the third one is the infrastructure management. For every business, you have customers, yes. On another end, you have the product. But again, there's a lot of infrastructure which goes around putting all this together, right? Or reaching your product from converting your idea into a product. There's a lot of infrastructure required. Infrastructure does not just mean in terms of production or just in marketing or just in operations, but at every single step, infrastructure does matter, right? From creating, the manufacturing, sourcing of material, getting the right manpower and the expertise to deliver it, and then to bring out the best product, getting the right price point. To probably market research, you need an infrastructure to get your market research. Then once the product is out, you've got to market the product. You have to decide your distribution. You have to decide the channel in which you're going to sell. And if you choose the online route, you need an online infrastructure. If you choose the regular route, obviously it's again, you've got to get your courier or delivery in place. If you're planning to have your store, a direct brick and mortar store, obviously infrastructure there again, plays a role there. So the third most important, or the third critical element, is your infrastructure management. So again, I repeat the three: product innovation, customer management, and infrastructure management. These are the three things that you will constantly keep having a watch on and adding value to. So why would you want to do that? Or when would you choose to do that? When you find your market, or when you start seeing you are losing customers, or when you feel your customers are demanding more, automatically you might get into product innovation. And probably when you see that your competition is kind of making a lot of noise, and if you have a fear that you might lose your customer to the competition, automatically you start focusing on customer management. And again, infrastructure is a very important part, where that is going to define your cost. So how do you define the price for any of your product, be it service or for your product as such? You define the price based on the cost of building it plus your profits. So automatically, if your cost to make the product or bring it to serve the client, if the cost goes up, that's going to directly reflect on the price of your product. So when it reflects on the price, automatically the sales may come down. So it's very important that you choose your infrastructure wisely. You've got to give the best quality, for which you've got to do a lot of search and researching to put things together, but at the same time match the price that sells, basically. So once again, these are the three critical elements for you to run your business successfully. I'm Kadambari, business consultant, Advent Business Consulting, partner of the firm as well. And we do a lot of one-on-one sessions, especially during these COVID times when businesses are struggling to understand and figure out how to progress in business, and when they are stuck, why do people come to us is because when being an entrepreneur, there is a lot of stress in terms of managing your expenses and handling a lot of day-to-day affairs. So sometimes your creativity takes a toss, and that's when you go for a consultant's idea. And also when you think you explored all possibilities and you're not able to think further, or if you think you want an additional hand to think for you and also give you a view from outside, that's when you come for a consultant. And we are always open, and that's my number flashing below, and you can definitely get in touch with me, and we would love to work with you to get your business back on track and flourishing. Thank you so much, Kadambari, once again. Bye-bye. And on the description below on the video, we have our group, FB group link. We invite all entrepreneurs to come and join our FB link and promote your products. We're also coming up with interviews for entrepreneurs, and it's for everybody. So though the channel says Women Entrepreneur, we're making this a global entrepreneurship platform. So we would like to connect with entrepreneurs to discuss about your business and also visibility for your business. All the best and happy networking.